With Inauguration Day a little more than a month away, certain Colorado electors are still attempting to keep the presidency away from Donald Trump. A federal judge shot down an injunction from two electors challenging whether they were legally bound to cast their votes to match Colorado's results. Meanwhile, Colorado elector Michael Baca has requested a briefing regarding ongoing investigations into ties between Russia and Donald Trump and its alleged role in the 2016 election. Patty, Colorado electors do not go down without a fight. They'll go down to the bitter end. Do you think anyone's going to join them?
Oh, I think many of us are going to be bitter at the end of this. Here's the incredible thing. Who needs fake news when we have this really happening? So I love Michael Baca asking for this specific briefing right now when we are finding out that 17 out of 18 intelligence agencies all say they have evidence. They have found that not only did the Kremlin rig the election, but that it went all the way to Putin. And you've got other people saying, oh, this really didn't happen. I wish he could get the briefing. It doesn't seem very likely that before Monday, when the electors are supposed to finalize this election, that they will get their hearing. And it also seems like a real Hail Mary that they will have any chance of being let out of the Colorado law that requires them to vote for who won the popular vote in the state.
David, do you expect any fireworks before Monday's Electoral College official vote?
I think the demand for a special CIA briefing is not the appropriate behavior of someone who's taken their position as an elector seriously. Obviously, you cannot do 538 security clearances that would be necessary in time. So that's just political blabber rather than constitutional seriousness. The electors under our Constitution have their free choice. As Hamilton said in Federalist 68, they're a special body of representatives deputed by the society for the purpose of making the important choice. It's their choice, and Secretary of State Williams, in saying he won't transmit the votes of the actual electors, I think is flagrantly violating the Constitution. Maybe they can be punished for how they vote, but to try to block their vote, I think, is wrong. And the Electoral College was there to prevent a man of talents for low intrigue and the little arts of popularity, which is a good description for both of the major party candidates this year. If they want to choose someone else, it would be wonderful if they actually did.
Well, folks, in less than 10 minutes in the show, you've seen Greek mythology and the Federalist Papers quoted. Nowhere but Colorado Inside Out. So you're welcome, everybody. Eric, as you look at what we're seeing with the electors, is this a lot of hype before what is just a fait accompli on Monday?
You stole my word, Dominic. This is one of the most overhyped stories I have seen in a while. We are talking about a couple of Clinton Democratic electors pledged to Hillary Clinton in Colorado, maybe in Washington State, a few other places. I've yet to hear from maybe one Republican elector pledged to Donald Trump, somebody out of Texas. All 232 electors who are pledged to Clinton in states and the District of Columbia that Hillary Clinton won, they could all abandon her. And it has absolutely no consequence whatsoever. This is only a story if you start hearing Trump electors jumping ship, Clinton electors jumping ship. I don't understand what the story is. Whether it's Polly Baca or Michael Baca or another elector, Robert, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, from Colorado Springs or whatever, or some in other states. Maybe instead of abandoning Hillary Clinton on December 19th in the Electoral College vote, if they and other Democratic Party leaders had abandoned her in a timely way in favor of a different candidate, we might not be having this conversation.
Penn, it's one of those difficult situations because you see reports out there from all these different intelligence agencies that say that Russia had a role in the election. Whatever that is, we don't know, but had a role. And then you see in Electoral College that it's just supposed to go do their job. What is the appropriate response that we're supposed to see as a country on Monday?
Well, I think the appropriate response goes back to what David said. The Electoral College was created as an independent body, as a check on the potential lunacy of the general population. I agree with Eric. I don't think that Clinton electoral voters are going to defect, but I do think there'll be a story. I do think that we will see some electors vote for someone other than Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. It may not make a difference, but it's significant because, number one, it establishes the ongoing independence of that institution and the true purpose for having an electoral college. And number two, it highlights the fact, and I think it makes clear to this incoming president, you've got some issues. And you're not making the situation any better by your denials in terms of what all of these intelligence agencies are saying. You've even got now Republican Congress people disagreeing with you, saying, yeah, we want to probe this. John McCain, and the congressman out of South Carolina, Lindsey Graham, they're all saying, yeah, we want an investigation because if this is true, we're not going to countenance Russia doing this to our country. And so I don't think this story is over yet. It may not change the outcome, but I don't think the story's over.